Welcome to another edition of Ep05 with Chairman Gilbert. This is the show where we discuss important topics impacting our community, and this one is as important as it gets. Tonight, we'll discuss minority businesses and how you might be able to get the help you need for your own endeavor. I'm your host, Oliver G. Gilbert III, the chairman of the Board of County Commissioners here in Miami-Dade County. I'm also the county commissioner for District 1. In this episode, we'll be talking to Mr. Eric Morissette, the acting undersecretary of commerce for MBDA. That's the Minority Business Development Agency. This is the only agency solely dedicated to the growth of minority businesses. Undersecretary Morissette is based in Washington, D.C., so we jumped at the opportunity to talk with him while he's right here in the 305. We will also introduce you to the programs available that could support your business, and you'll meet two local business owners that the agency has recently helped. Mr. Morissette, welcome to the show and welcome to South Florida.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Absolutely. Now, you've been in your role since January.
That's right.
Tell us about what it took, what the road that you take to get there.
My road will cut right through Brooklyn, New York. I'm just a kid from Brooklyn. I was very fortunate to spend the majority of my professional life after leaving Brooklyn in federal service. Most immediately, I was Chief of Staff to the Deputy Secretary of Commerce, Don Graves. I was fortunate enough to help embed within the department a lot of the values of this administration through that role. The Deputy Secretary is the Chief Operating Officer for the department. I was hired in from that role from serving as Deputy Assistant Secretary of Legislative and Intergovernmental Affairs for the department. The reason why he hired me functionally is because I was able to help us get $125 billion of above-base funding into the department. Immediately after passing the CHIPS and Science Act, he asked me to come over into his office as his chief to help stand that program up and help stand up a lot of the efforts that we were able to achieve legislatively. And he's an outstanding boss. It's an outstanding administration that we're in. It's an outstanding time to be in this role. I'm fortunate enough to also work in an agency that I helped to authorize. So I like to say that MBDA is 55 years old and 3 years young.
Yeah.
We've been around for a really long time. But this role, this job, this mandate is absolutely new to MBDA. The ability to reach across the entire federal government to uplift socially or economically disadvantaged businesses. That's new in our mandate, and our scope, and our work.
So what, you said you're from Brooklyn?
That's right. My mom's from Kingston, Jamaica. My dad's from Mobile, Alabama. And what keeps them...
Mobile, Alabama.
Mobile, it's a port city, the birthplace of Mardi Gras, despite what Louisianans will tell you.
Well, and I've had that conversation. One of my college roommates was from Mobile, and he used to always say that.
That is right.
And everybody from Louisiana disagrees with that. So, yeah, it's almost like Mobile is like the other side of Pensacola.
That's right. That's right.
And so I used to spend some time there. So it's, you chose MBDA. It's an extraordinary agency. That's amazing. Tell me more about what the agency does.
The Minority Business Development Agency is the only growth and global competitiveness of minority businesses here in America. We have a mandate that allows for us to not give anything to anybody, but allow folks to realize their dreams, their hopes, to create wealth for themselves and their communities. MBDA is an agency that has a network now in our authorized state over the past 3 years, going from 70 to 131 business centers and operators across the country and territories. We are helping folks connect to opportunities. We are also, through our expanded mandate and a charge set forth by the President of the United States, most recently able to help through Capital Readiness Program. The Capital Readiness Program is a $10 billion capital access program that allows for 43 of our newest entrants into MBDA to provide capital access, that's cash for small businesses seeking to scale, grow, helping them access that $10 billion fund and other streams of capital. We know as an agency, we know as an administration that capital access is a binding constraint that prevents minority businesses and most businesses at large from scaling at the pace that they wish to scale.
I think it's a wonderful thing because unfortunately, in this country, it has always been focused on big corporations, and even though we are the American dream and it's called that you bust your butt and you come out ahead, you need a little help sometimes from the government.
At a time like this, a lot of businesses are closing down. You can watch the news every day. You got businesses like the Red Lobster or the Chili's. Those are top chains that been here over 20, 30 years, and they closing down. So just think what happened to the lower class businesses like myself, where we small, we could close in a minute.
I think when you are starting a business in general, no matter what size, you don't really know what you're doing, right? You sort of figure it out along the way and you try to do your best. And I think that it's really easy as a minority business owner to sort of get lost in the hustle and bustle and be doing everything yourself. Even if you have a partner like myself, I do have a partner, but I think if there was someone that was there to kind of guide along the processes and see, connect us with the right resources, more importantly, or people in the city that can offer what we're looking for and vice versa, that would be really beneficial for everybody.
I think it's God's son, really, because I can use it. I need it. I need to help. I need this information and these resources to help my business grow and also to help me grow as a person and also to be able to provide fresh options to our communities because we need it. We need it to stay healthy. We need it to stay strong. So I think this is amazing.
I really, really, really like you all's mission. I like the work that you all do. I admire the work that you do because it embraces something that I know to be true. That ultimately, if we want to be transformative in communities, getting people jobs are important, but actually helping them build and scale businesses is the thing that actually does it. You want to actually help out a community, you take a couple of entrepreneurs and you help them grow their business and they hire folks from that community. That allows you to begin to transform that community over time. And so that transformative nature has been missing from a lot of minority, neighborhoods and communities in America. And having an agency and having people like you are actually working that dutifully to actually get that done is an important thing. We now welcome two business owners who benefited from the programs offered by the Minority Business Development Agency. This is Mr. Urban Headley, president of Bill Moore with Advertising Specialties, Inc., and Mr. Robert Pereira, president of Real Mobile, Inc. Gentlemen, I would love for both of you to tell us a little bit more about your businesses.
I'm in the promotional products business. What we do, we put companies' names and logos on a wide range of items, ranging from the traditional pen, coffee mug, t-shirt, as well as a line of executive gifts that someone would give to someone after retiring for a certain period of time. So there's a wide range of items that we can help businesses develop and grow relationships with.
Okay.
I'm in telecommunications. We have office phone systems through voice over IP. We have and everything that entails, long distance, international calling, wireless service, and push to talk over cellular, which has implications of nationwide no range coverage.
And those are two very different businesses.
I would think so.
Yeah. How or why did each of you actually why did your businesses need help?
Well, I think I can speak for most small businesses with limited resources. We need help in a lot of different technical areas, from building a business plan, a marketing plan, getting proper financing, and those are all things that the MBDC has been able to help me with over the years.
Okay.
I had approached them because I wanted to get into the government space, in the federal space, to be able to market to that group, and I approached them because I had seen some information about them, and they assisted me in getting that lined up, so to speak.
What was the application process like?
Very easy. They're very warm and welcoming people, but it's basically they just get information on your company and basically where to best position you.
We are not trying to create any barriers to those businesses that are seeking to access our services. The short answer is you go to MBDA.gov, you look up your business center, we give you the email address, the telephone number, everything except for the social security number of these folks to let folks know that they're open and available to them. We are very fortunate to be in Miami. We brought all of our business centers from around the country to Miami, all 131 of them, to connect with Ms. Gill and the operation that she stood up here. And she's been an operator with us for over 30 years. So before we were even an authorized agency, she has an export center. She has a capital readiness program, that $10 billion program I talked about, and she's also our business center. She's helping people in a way that we think is a model. And we want folks to go to her. We want folks to access her. She's able to provide them with all the guidance and assistance, if not from MBDA alone, to other parts of the federal government. That reach I talked about before, the ability to reach across the entire federal government.
When I first met Marie Gill and started with the organization, it was several years ago. And they were extremely helpful. And they really just guided me into areas that I probably would not necessarily have looked at. I've continued, we've been in business for over 30 years now, and we have continued that relationship with them, asking for different areas of help at different periods of time. And it's been relatively easy.
One of the wonderful things that they do is set you up, if you're a small business, to get certified as a small business. If you're a minority, then get you certified as a minority, and that assists in the negotiations with when you're applying for a government. When you're bidding for a government contract, whether it's federal, state, or local. You don't need the certification to work with these institutions, but if you have them, they're usually have what is called a set aside. So if they have like a $10 million contract and they have set aside $2 million for small business, if you are certified as a small business, then you can be in that pool, which helps. Right?
Everything's going to help.
That. They assisted me in walking me through and setting myself up on that government space of to be able to bid on those government contracts. It seems like it would be simple, but it is not. It is not.
It's not.
It is not.
Maybe you could help some of the folks who are watching, some of the young business owners or business owners that are watching. What are the first steps?
Well, first of all, obviously call them and they'll walk you through it. They'll just get some basic information on your company and what is the products and what categories you would be in, and then would help you in the process of completing that government subscription application, so to speak, on the sam.gov, which would be one of the places to enroll. And it is very important the categories that you're in, because depending on the category you're in is where you're going to see bids come towards you. I mean, what you would be solicited to. And they'll help you and walk you through that and help you identify that.
The team that is there has different professionals in marketing, in loan applications, and helping with the processing of a bid, because that could get a little cumbersome as well. So they can sit down with you, they've got the experience, and they can certainly help you put that bid package together. And we've used that service as well quite successfully from time to time.
Wow, that's honestly really amazing. I definitely want to check it out. I think that's something that we could definitely use, especially in this moment of our business.
I didn't know that we had those resources, so I wish I would have known that before, but now I'm doing more further research with you all and understanding that there is a way where I can be able to get funding and help.
It would be totally beneficial, and if everybody could spread the word about it, especially to the other business owners, that would be amazing.
We had a panel event not too long ago where we brought DOD, DOT, Small Business Administration, the National Telecommunications and Information Administration, those folks within Commerce that are responsible for getting the entire country wired under $40 billion mandate, together to talk about what we have to offer in the way of connectivity to folks. And we're able to help folks at any stage of the cycle. If you have an idea and you want to create a business out of that idea, she'll help talk you through the business formation process. If you were a mid-sized business and you're like, I want to get to that next level, I'm trying to become a large business, she can help you through that process as well if you're interested in access capital and the like. If you were a large business and you're like, I want to become a larger business, because we know that minority and socioeconomically disadvantaged businesses tend to hire within the communities that they're from.
And I think I know the answer to this, but do you think it's important to have a federal agency dedicated to this, small businesses, and helping them grow get bids, get business. Do you think it's important to have a federal agency dedicated? This is their mission.
Absolutely. First of all, it costs little or nothing to get this help, and small businesses, a lot of times one of our biggest challenges is finance and funding, and if you can get this kind of professional help with little or no cost, I mean, it's a given, you know.
No, it's absolutely essential because as we know, there's a lot of lip service, but there's no doers. These folks are all about the doing, and if you get stuck, they have no issues picking up the phone and making the calls to targeted people, and they are part of the Department of Commerce, and so they have, you know, people.
Yeah.
They can shake the tree for you, for sure. So that's I mean, who better to have somebody on your team and backing you up than you know, an advocate like that.
We want to help them grow and succeed to create wealth. And this is an American charge, a charge that's set forth to me directly from the president, the vice president. She was the one who the vice president rolled out our capital readiness program. I was on Air Force 2 with her 2 months ago talking about this. Our mandate is extremely clear, and it is profound. We have to close an $8.3 trillion opportunity gap. That's our job.
An 8.3 trillion.
T with a T.
With a T.
With a T. With a T.
Opportunity gap.
Opportunity gap. And that is GDP growth for our country. My job is to help grow the United States economy. That's my job. And we're doing that through our network. We're doing through these conversations, making sure that folks are aware of the above. I'm in a unique position right now. I am not complaining about not having money from the federal government through our enterprise. MBDA, as an agency, is existing within the Department of Commerce that has over $125 billion of above-base funding. The entire federal government, through the programs over the last 3 years of this administration, has over $3 trillion of above-base funding. The opportunities that exist for MBDA and, for more importantly, MBEs to be connected to those opportunities, that's my job. I said it before, we're a 55-year-old agency that's 3 years young, and our job is to make sure that we don't lose this moment in connecting folks to these opportunities, these capital opportunities, so that they can create wealth for themselves, their communities, and our country.
That's just simply amazing. That's simply amazing. I appreciate all that you all are doing, and I appreciate the information that you shared, because there are folks out there who are talented. It's not an absence of talent. It is an absence of opportunity, and I love the way you phrased that. It's an opportunity gap.
That's right.
We close that opportunity gap, and we solve a myriad of problems that we have here.
The cost is great. It is zero.
Wow.
Those are the best deals.
Those are the best terms, yeah.
Right. And it's not something like they're interested. It's zero because they want something back. They want nothing back. The only thing they want is for you to succeed. So, I mean, what a great team player that is, right?
Oh, no, I don't know why, but just now when you said they want to see you succeed, remember that old song from Cheers? Where everybody wants to go where someone knows. Everyone wants to go where someone actually wants to see them helped. And so I understand that. I understand. Well, it's been wonderful having you both here today. Thank you, and good luck with your endeavors.
Thank you.
And just ask some final thoughts. You know, we heard from the undersecretary. We heard from two business owners. We know how this agency actually helps. The question is whether you will take advantage of those opportunities. You know, here in Miami-Dade County, we have an explosive economy. It's growing by leaps and bounds, but sometimes people are confused about what actually drives our economy. It's small businesses, just like these gentlemen right here. It's small businesses, people who take their talent and they take their family members and they start a business, and that business grows, and it creates jobs and economic movement and economic mobility in our community. Well, the MBDA is an agency that's in place to help you grow your small business. It would be a shame if we didn't take advantage of it. From me and everyone making this show, we do hope that our episodes have been informative and helpful to you as we explore ways to make our Miami-Dade community stronger and better. If you missed any of our past episodes, you can always check them out on islandtv.tv. And if you have any questions for me about any topic concerning our residents, don't hesitate to ask. Simply record a video of yourself asking the question and email it to ogvideosub@miamidade.gov. Have a good night, and we'll be seeing you soon. We always have this one question. There's always this one question now. This is the producers don't like me to do this, but I'm gonna hit you with the one question. Surprise question. All right. Kendrick Lamar or Drake?
Oh, that's easy. Kendrick Lamar.
Kendrick Lamar.
I picked a side a long time ago. My wife and I have talked about this. She might have a different side.
Your wife with Drake?
We are a house divided, perhaps.
A house divided.
But I long pick Kendrick Lamar.
Okay.
Long pick Kendrick Lamar.
Well, listen, they're not like us, I guess. Or they're not like us.
I'm Cindy. I'm studying to become an English teacher, and I love Island TV. Why? Because we are the Caribbean. We are Island TV. We need to reveal our fundamental contributions in America. We need Island TV to reveal our different beautiful Caribbean cultures for the world to respect and understand us better. Grow your business while supporting the only Caribbean television station in Florida. Advertise with Island TV.